Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. In this resistance video, sponsored by contribution from Crystal, and here's her story. The last video you did for me was Narcissistic Parent Acting Like an Ex-Spouse. It was appropriately titled because the next move that came from my mom was parental alienation. Let me clarify details. I am 32 when no contact from my covert mom 2 years ago. After she evicted me from the home she let myself and children stay in, and continues saying things in front of me to my children like they'd be kicked out on the street if they had to depend on me, and that I've never done anything to be proud of, etc. My son is now 17 and my daughter will be 10. My mother has always treated my son as the golden child and ignored my daughter. I have a half-brother, Bobby, that is 12 years older, that she treats almost identical to my son. She has slipped many times and called my son, Noah, Bobby, my brother's name. To bring you up to speed, I went no contact 2 years ago. You warned me of CPS accusations, and that did happen. But all hell broke loose. The whole time I was no contact with my mom, my son was not. I'd only catch on he may be talking to my mother when our fights got very volatile. He put me down saying what a shitty parent I am, and I've never done shit for him. The thing is, my mom started alienation way before no contact, doing things to promote discord between my son and I. I don't like weapons. It's well known by family. When my Noah was 14, she went to Walmart and got him a BB gun. Also gave him condoms, telling him, hide these from your mom. He told me this upon finding them and being questioned. I warned you of all this. This past Christmas, Noah began guilt-tripping me that I was taking his family away and threatened to commit suicide if he could not go to my mother's for the holiday. You know what you should have done at that point? You should have threatened to put him in a mental institute right there and then. Oh, you're suicidal? You're suicidal? Should have threatened to take him to therapy right there. Well, then you're going to therapy. If you're and then you cut it right there. I did call the police. They did not put him on. I did call the police. They did not put him on a 72-hour hold. His grades are failing, so I took his phone. Later, I learned my mother got him the new Galaxy. He was destroying property during these arguments here, breaking his door and blinds in our apartment. CPS has been to my home twice because Noah says he's abused, and I have untreated mental health issues. That puts my other child in danger of being removed as well. I told you your mother was going to put all this in. I told you this. Thankfully, all the accusations were unfounded and cases closed. During Christmas, I told Noah, since he's still willing to hurt everyone to get what he wants, he can go live with my mother. That was going to be my next suggestion. He's at an age, let him go live with her. Let him go, and you'll see how fast he'll come crawling back. How old that'll become real fast. My boyfriend met her at a neutral location to come get Noah. A week or so later, Waleed Lake Police Department is calling at 4 a.m. saying to come get Noah. I was afraid it was a trick. He was supposed to be with my mom. They said he's unharmed but was in a car accident. My mother dropped him off at a friend's. She's not capable of doing the parent thing for long, told you. And him and his friend got in a car with two girls that were drinking. Nobody was hurt. The girls were in trouble for drinking. He came home and went right back into what he wants to move. Went right back into he wants to move out. I should file incorrigibility, which besides being expensive is stupid. He continued not to come home after school and run away to the same friends he was in an accident with, whose mother is an idiot in my humble opinion. I called the police. They'd bring him home. This happened several times before I gave up. That's where I am at. I haven't seen him in a month. I still feel my mom is encouraging this and would appreciate any advice. Thanks again, Crystal. Crystal, the more you chase him at this point, he's 17, almost 18. Your mother is a negative influence. Sometimes you got to set it free. That's what I had to do. You can't keep, the harder you try, the worse he's going to do it to you. And it may be too late for this kid. I warned you this was coming with your mother. I knew the story with her and I knew what she was capable of, and this isn't going to stop. So the real decision you have to make is, do you let your son go to protect your daughter because she's next? She'll be next. Your mother turned her grandson into a son husband that your brother Bobby was. I told you this is going to be nasty and brutal, and it would just be like divorcing an ex, except it's your mother. And the only thing you can do at 17, he's trying to push your buttons. Let him go. And if it gets bad enough and she turns on him, he'll come crawling back with his tail between his legs. And when he does, that's when you set the new ground rules. That's when you make him understand, and that's when you make him apologize. And it may never happen. It may be too late. But for the sake of your daughter, that's really the best you can do at this point, Crystal. He will continue to manipulate and abuse you because that's what his grandmother has taught him to do. You're not going to be able to stop that. So let him go, let her have him, and eventually they'll either turn on each other, or she's going to spoil him so bad and make him into a son husband. There's nothing you can do about it either way. Nothing you can do about it. Let them have each other for the sake of your daughter. Sometimes the narcissist makes you sacrifice one child to save another. And I think that's where you're at right now. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it growing, expanding, and surviving, because this channel succeeds on contributions from all of you. Without you, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.